And hello, everyone. Welcome to West Catholic Live, a show about all the cool things happening here at West Catholic High School in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm John Gonzalez, and joining me is turn your pail. Wait a minute. Where is my co-host? Well, let's just have a little faith because I'm sure the principal, Mr. Tony Fischer, is on his way. It's been so busy here at West Catholic High School and a lot of activity happening. It's Catholic Schools Week and meetings are taking place. Oh, there he is.
Sorry. Hello, everybody. Hello.
It's Mr. Tony Fischer. I told you he'd be here.
Yes.
How you been, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Don't open up that computer. What do you need that thing for?
Sometimes I feel like I need it. Like
No.
You're on the chat and I'm on the production end, or
No,
you got both handled.
We're good. We're really good right now. So
Great.
I was saying it's Catholic Schools Week. It's been a busy week here at West Catholic.
Yeah, definitely a busy week. But it's exciting and it's fun, and you get a chance to at least help the students understand how special Catholic schools are, and look at them from a perspective of it's actually a blessing that your mom and dad are really willing to put forth extra effort and obviously finances to support a faith-based education. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. In fact, on today's show, we're going to talk a little bit more about Catholic Schools Week. We did a project today with the local hospital. We'll talk more about that. It's Operation Joy. Yeah. We also had a principal in local elementary school. And to talk about, principal for the day. Can't wait to show you that video. And then we had a conversation with a couple students who are commended scholars. These are people that are pretty smart. And we have a fun conversation with them. I believe Rainey Renee will also be making an appearance on today's show. But I got to ask you, are we going to have a Did You Know segment on today's show? No, we're not.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, you know what?
But thank you for asking.
You never know what's going to happen here. Let's talk right now. So this is the format, folks. We're going to run through some things happening. We have a chatter segment coming up. We'll do Cam's giveaway. Nice. Special guest filling in for Cam today. It's one of those days, right? Yeah. And do not forget, this show is available on podcast. So if you subscribe to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can hear the show in its entirety. Please share and follow us on the podcast. Also follow the Facebook page, and you want to be able to, share that with your friends as well. But there's a nice little graphic of the podcast. We would love for you to check it out because we're doing more than just this show. We have other topics that we're covering as well. You know what? Let's do Cam's giveaway, and we have a special guest helping us out right now. Okay, as I said, we're here with Maggie Duba, who just has some big news. You just signed, right?
Yes.
Tell us about your athletic, where are you going next?
I'm going to University of San Diego to run cross country and track next year for the next 4 years, yeah.
You mean as in San Diego, the country?
No, the city in California.
I think of San Diego as being like way over there.
Yeah.
All right, so you're filling in for Cam's giveaway.
I am.
Let's put the camera on her. Give us the best West Catholic. Let's win the Cam's giveaway.
Whoever wants to win this shirt, drop a comment below.
Okay, as I said, we're here with Maggie Duba, who just has some big news. You just signed, right?
Yes.
Tell us about your athletic, where are you going next?
I'm going to University of San Diego to run cross country and track next year for the next 4 years, yeah.
You mean as in San Diego, the country?
No, the city in California.
I think of San Diego as being like way over there.
Yeah.
All right, so you're filling in for Cam's giveaway.
I am.
Let's put the camera on her. Give us the best West Catholic. Let's win the Cam's giveaway.
Whoever wants to win this shirt, drop a comment below. Go Falcons.
Perfect. We had a lot of fun there with Maggie. And if you want to win Cam's giveaway, that shirt there, we have some shirts available. All you have to do is comment below and then let us know that you want to win Cam's giveaway, and we'll pick a lucky winner probably Friday or Monday, and we'll make sure you get it. We also want to thank last week's winner. This is kind of cool. His grandma nominated him. Yeah, you're not going to believe this. His grandma, it's Isaac Miller, but his grandma wanted him to win Cam's giveaway, and so we gave him the big prize. There he is.
There he is.
Yeah, he got a hat.
Just new to West Catholic, right?
Just new to West Catholic, and he was happy to get the prize there from me. I gave it to him earlier today, and so you can get your photo here if you win Cam's giveaway. We'll make sure that we'll get a photo of you picking up the prize. Before we get Mr. Fischer to Operation Joy, let's and other things for Catholic Schools Week. Let's do a little chatter because we want to give a couple news items that are happening, things that you need to know if you, if you have a student here or just if you're a student yourself. Now, on Friday, I am going to be here most of the day, but I'm going to miss out on the Here's My Heart assembly. Can you kind of explain to people what's going on with that?
Well, yeah, it's similar to like a homecoming. We have a court made up of seniors who are voted on by their peers to develop the Here's My Heart court. And it's another excuse for them to get together and have a celebration, big dance, dress up, look really nice. And so for the court, we pick similar to a king and queen, a Don Juan, I believe, and a sweetheart, I think is what we call her. And so we'll have a little bit of a activity on Friday, and we'll announce the winner of the Here's My Heart court, Don Juan and sweetheart. And then the students have a big dance Saturday night coming up, I believe. Is that at Noto's?
No, it is downtown, the downtown market.
Oh yeah, the downtown market, which is a great place. I have, sorry, head spinning, right?
Head is spinning. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a fun event, and look for photos and more information on the Facebook page. The Spirit store is open on Friday. I believe it is from 2:40 to 4 o'clock, and then halftime of the boys' basketball games.
Yes.
Was in the Spirit store today. And they've got a lot of great items in there. In fact, that T-shirt for Cam's giveaway is in that store. But if you want to get some new gear, head over to the Spirit store on Friday. Celebrate West is coming up April 22nd. I know that's a little bit ahead of time, but it's a big event for our community, right, Mr. Fischer? Yeah,
really big event, and that's why we market it as early as we do. We love to have people start getting involved right now. There's a beautiful white Jeep, I believe, up at the end of the driveway where you can get tickets to buy to win the new car. But again, just another celebration, I think, of Catholic schools, especially West Catholic, at the auction. Beautiful community event, tons of people just enjoying each other's presence. And then obviously there's a lot of good prizes and things you can bid on or win. It's always been a great evening. It's been sad to not have it the last couple of years, so we're really excited to bring it back, and we'd love to have a big crowd.
If you're going to Celebrate West or you're planning to go, leave us a comment. Tell us that you love Celebrate West and that you're looking forward to it as well. I took a look at the prizes from the previous years. Oh my gosh, you're underselling it there. There's some great prizes that you can win at the auction. So I'm looking forward to Celebrate West. April 22nd. You can get more information if you want to register or you want to sponsor. You can go to the grwestcatholic.org website for more information. All right, Catholic School Weeks we mentioned is taking place right now. We had this really cool letter writing campaign. Not a campaign, just a service project, really. And we spent some time with Mr. Sean Nolan. The students saw a version of this video today. This is kind of an expanded version of the video, but this is what helped them be inspired to write letters to our healthcare workers. Let's play that video right now.
We are, as part of Catholic Schools Week, partnering with Mercy Health St. Mary's for a service project they call Operation Joy. So many of their medical staff, for reasons that we're all, I think, at this point familiar with, are struggling with the weight of the pandemic, the rush of people to the hospital, et cetera. So Operation Joy, at least the part that we're collaborating in, is a way of writing letters of gratitude and encouragement to the medical staff there at Mercy Health. We're also going to collect snacks for them because everyone wants snacks. So that's something we're doing as a service project to give back during Catholic Schools Week as a way of giving back to our local Catholic community. So as part of that, I've invited a nurse who works in the ICU with Mercy Health St. Mary's. So Sarah Loveland, thanks for joining us, Sarah.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Can you maybe just share with us a little bit about what you do at St. Mary's?
Yes. So I am an ICU nurse at St. Mary's. We only have one ICU. So I work in the critical care unit there. I've worked there for the past 9 years. So a bedside ICU nurse's job is to collaborate with the physicians and a bunch of the other medical teams, nutritionists, dietitian, therapies, and to take care of the patients there. Generally, we only have 2 ICU patients to 1 nurse because they require so much attention and care. And I also am in the role of rapid response, which means that if there's any emergencies throughout the hospital on other floors, that I go and help. And I'm also a resource for other nurses in the hospital.
Sarah, I know that Sean mentioned earlier that students will be writing these letters. What does it mean for you as a healthcare professional, someone working in ICU, to get these letters?
It's a huge burst of morale. I would say morale is very low in the hospital right now for a lot of reasons, many of the ones I just spoke about. And at the beginning, 2 years ago when the pandemic started, it did seem like we were all in this together. And the community was very much aware and present and supportive with letters. They would provide meals, which was incredibly helpful. So at this point, I know everybody keeps using the term they want to go back to normal. I want everybody to go back to normal too. But there's a feeling of people forget that we're still where we're at. And even if the COVID numbers are not what they used to be, the circumstances just as dire, if not as more dire, because of the situation with morale and staff and people leaving. So little reminders that the community is still thinking about us and with us and supporting and praying for us is a huge boost in morale, especially when it feels so low right now.
I mean, you mentioned that morale is typically lower, that some people have just left either nursing or at least the ICU or inpatient care. How does this show up for you in your own home life? Like how has this affected, your own kind of health? Because it sounds like for some people that it became too much and they left, right? So how have you dealt with it and how has it affected your own life?
I would say, how is it affecting me? I think that the word that comes up is fatigue. We're all just tired. So sleeping a lot more than I would normally, taking naps on my days off, just not being able to do as much as I used to, just because I just don't have the capacity right now. And when it's been really bad, being constantly called by work on my off days to see that if I can come in and help because they're in such dire need. So that's just an increased level of fatigue and sense of responsibility, even if it's not. And it's hard to find that balance of making myself a priority, taking care of myself, and also trying my best to help out my colleagues and the community because a lot of them are very sick in the ICU and they need the care.
Thank you again for your time and for your help and your willingness to share with us some of the struggles that you're going through in the ICU at St. Mary.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for asking, for listening, and for participating in this and giving us some more encouragement to get through our days.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us in this Facebook Live, this video. If you want more information about Catholic Schools Week or about the way that we're sharing in Operation Joy, you can go to our Facebook page or our social media accounts. We have more information there. And again, our students will be participating in this Operation Joy project in their households during Catholic Schools Week, as well as about a dozen other Catholic schools in the Grand Rapids area are also sharing this project. So look for more information, and I hope this is helpful for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Nolan, and thanks, Mr. Nolan, for recording that for us. And Sarah, thank you so much for joining us and helping to share what's going on in your life and the lives of your colleagues. We're really excited and happy that Mr. Nolan and the household leadership team brought this project to the students and not just at West Catholic, but shared it out to the Catholic schools in the Diocese of Grand Rapids. And many of them jumped on board to help us say thank you to the men and women who are working so hard to help us through this difficult time. So thanks again, Mr. Nolan.
Yeah, it was a fun project. A little earlier today, Mr. Fischer, I got to meet Mr. Joe Geetson, first time for me, but he's no stranger to this school, right?
No, he is not. No, all the way back to being a student. And then once he got done with college, coming back to teach and become an administrator.
Well, he brought a special guest today. In fact, I think we might have a photo of you with Mr. Geetson and a young fellow. There you guys are.
There we go.
Yeah. Andrew Mitchell, he was the principal for the day. And we have a little video. We followed him around because, well, he was up to, when you're principal, you can do a lot of things,
Yes,
right?
You can.
And he and Mr. Geetson made a special visit to people they know really well. Let's check it out.
My name is Mr. Joe Geetson, and I am currently the principal at All Saints Academy. However, we have a new principal for the day, Mr. Andrew Mitchell. He's going to go pay his sisters a visit with a couple detentions and a couple donuts, just to let him know that he's just kidding.
Let's go.
Ready? Let's go. We're going to knock on Mrs. Shimko's door. We have principal for the day, Mr. Andrew Mitchell here, and he has to speak to a couple troublesome students. First one, Caitlin Mitchell needs to please come out to the hallway. And Andrew, if you would like to write that detention up real quick, you can just write Caitlin right there and then sign it, okay, right where it says teachers. Okay, here, I'll hold.
I'm in 12th grade.
This is embarrassing, isn't it?
Very embarrassing.
You're getting, not only are you getting a detention from your brother, but you're getting filmed while doing it.
I know.
This is documented forever.
Yeah.
All right, lady. We will see you after school. Wait, hold on. One of these is for her. That one's for her.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Dinner.
Oh, thank you. Bye, Andrew.
Thank you, Mrs. Shimko. Thank you, everybody.
What's her detention for?
For being suspicious.
Detention for being suspicious. That's what we found out.
All right.
All right. What does it say? Make sure it's okay for her. Yep. We're going to head back to the other.
So is this part of Catholic Schools Week?
This is part of, well, it is part of Catholic Schools Week. It's also an auction. It's also an auction thing. We auction off every year Principal of the Day during our Eagle Fest, which takes place in November. And Andrew was the lucky winner.
All right. What grade is Andrew in?
I'm in 4th.
4th grade? Good grade.
Mrs. Byrne, we have Andrew Mitchell here, honorary principal of All Saints Academy, and he is going to be writing a couple detentions today for some troublesome students. So we need Isabella Mitchell to come up to the front. It is another Mitchell. This is the little one. This is one of the little ones. Well, what do you have to say for yourself, young lady? We have a detention filled out.
What is her detention for?
What's her detention for?
For being sus.
For being sus. Ooh. You are so sus. Good buddy, don't forget to give her that and say you're just kidding. How embarrassing is that to get a detention and have it documented on live film? Sorry for interrupting. Have a great day. Thank you.
You have one more, or is that it?
That's it. We only had the two sisters today. But
Do you think they're gonna forgive you?
I don't know. We'll find out later.
it's being the principal, buddy. Sometimes you gotta be the bad guy. It's called tough love. And they still love you. But good job.
What a great video.
What about that advice there, Mr. Fischer? Sometimes the principal has to be the tough guy, huh? Tough love?
That is very true. And in our case, it's often the dean of students. And so make sure you're always saying a prayer for those individuals that have to dole that out, right?
Yeah, so fun to see Joe and meet Joe for me for the first time. But I love his enthusiasm for the school, for Catholic education. Perfect guest to have in here during Catholic Schools Week, and can't wait to partner with him and all of our schools, right?
Absolutely. And there's some fantastic people in our buildings all across the diocese, and it's just exciting to be able to experience different things with them. Right.
Well, as you can see right now, it's after school, and there's several students in the MAC right now. You might be able to hear them a little bit, but that's the fun part about being in the school. There's a lot of activity. I came in this morning early, and they were already here, and it's just fun to be around this environment. And I'll tell you what, part of the reason they're here is to learn, and we have some students here at West Catholic who are achieving academically. Right now, we'd like to show a little interview with two special students who are recognized for their academic abilities.
I'm Jonathan Jensen, a senior here at West Catholic.
I'm Jacob Drowski. I'm also a senior.
And so you want to know what a commended scholar is. So a commended scholar is
It's an award we were given by the nation through College Board because we scored in the top 3% of people who took the PSAT.
And what does that mean exactly?
Well, it means that our scores, they were put in this calculation system or whatever, and across, because there's like millions of kids who take the PSAT every year, the College Board awards top performers with a special title.
So basically, this is a prestigious award.
Yeah, only 3% of the kids in the nation get it. we're only 3 kids in our school got it, and it's a big school, so
Yeah.
I think it is.
That's great. So tell us, what do you love about West Catholic, and what do you love about school?
I really like how willing the teachers are to do a lot of things for you, and how nice the other students are at West. It really helps you to learn, because you learn not only just from reading books and stuff, but also from the people around you.
For like school, I think it's very satisfying to to understand things when you don't. It's a very intoxicating feeling. I like it. And just in general about West Catholic specifically, I'm a big fan of how they don't, not many teachers like force you to do busy work. Like I've heard from all friends who go to public schools and stuff. So it's a lot less stressful than having to do like a worksheet for no reason because the teachers don't trust you to study. And I think that's a really good benefit for like mental health.
Now, I know a lot of people that are scholarly, that do well in school academically, and there seem to be 2 types. Those that just comes natural to them, they don't seem to have to study that hard, and it just works. Then there are those that have to work really hard, and they just love it and feel that passion. What are you both? How do you approach education?
I'd say I'm somewhere in between. I enjoy reading a lot and studying, but I feel like it comes fairly easy to me.
I'm option 1. I think I just kind of always been good at learning and learning quickly. And
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't really have that much of an experience of ever having like a really hard time grasping something. So I guess I never had to like grapple with that, except for chemistry last year, which was AP chemistry it's a time. It's a time.
When did you know? I mean, at what age did you kind of say like, well, this is easy or this is fun? I mean, you know, what do you have any early memories of either scenario?
We always had, do you remember what those were called? It was like a sheet of paper and there's a bunch of math questions on it.
Mad Minutes, whatever. Math Minutes, whatever they're called. What do you call them? Mad Minutes?
Either way. I was always really good at those, and I think that's when I started to realize that I was like really good at doing math really fast and just things like that. I mean, I've always, just loved reading.
Yeah.
I noticed this when in 2nd grade, I was able to perform very well in math, and I got moved up a grade. And Jonathan, I guess we've been 2 years ahead in math since 7th grade. I don't know when you went up.
Yeah, 7th grade.
But I was a year ahead in 2nd grade all the way through middle school. I think that's when I noticed there was a little bit of I had like, I wouldn't say advantage, but just kind of like an affinity towards math and logic.
Yeah. Anything you want to say to maybe some young people out there that say, hey, you know, maybe I can be a commended scholar someday? What is some advice would you have for young students?
Study geometry.
In all honesty, this helped me a lot on the SAT as well. I think that the math section is the most controllable section because it's less opinion-based. It's more factual. So really look for trick words on the tests because there are little trick questions that'll mess you up. And just study the math really hard because that's the easiest way to gain points. For reading, just read books, I guess. It's the easiest way. I mean,
just get used to it.
Where are you both continuing your education? Or I'm assuming you are somewhere.
I'll be going to the University of St. Thomas to study to be a priest for the Diocese of Grand Rapids.
Wow. Very cool.
I just got admitted to the University of Michigan. I'm pretty leaning towards there. I haven't made a full decision yet, but University of Michigan Engineering is my top choice right now.
All right. Go blue. And go God.
I would like to thank my dad. He's a teacher, and I think he built my brain early to be thinking. One thing that I think he did, whenever I'd ask what something was, he would never tell me. He would always ask me a question about what I think it is, and I found it really annoying, but I think it helped me develop early. My mom for supporting me in school and making sure, like, even when I didn't do as well, because once you're like kind of smart, you get held to a certain standard, I guess, to like, oh, you didn't get an A on that test. Why? Instead of like, oh, it's an A, hurrah, you know? And so my mom kind of like, because my dad was always like, get A's. I'm paying to send you to school, get A's. So I think my mom was good for make me not feel too stressed about it.
Right.
And I like to thank those two people.
Awesome.
All right, and I would like to, thank my parents. One for sending me to Catholic school because I feel like it's really pushed me to do better and to work harder. And also, my dad really taught me how to think mechanically because he's an engineer, and so I've always enjoyed working with him around the house and figuring out how different things work and all that.
All right. Well, good luck to both of you, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Commended scholars.
Commended scholars. Congratulations again, guys. And thanks, Gonzo, for getting them on screen for that. You know, it's hard. We see so many celebrations of our extracurricular activities, and there's just not enough celebration of the academic part of the school.
And that's why students come here. That's why parents send their students here, right?
Many instances, yeah, there are a significant number of them that come here for the rigorous academics that's going to prepare them for college.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we have folks. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you watching. Several people have commented on Facebook already.
Yeah, we've got a few names up there. Lynette Gasper and my mom. Hi, Mom. Cheryl Fischer. Jennifer Cameron, Selma, Aziza, I think I said that right. And hey, Mr. Keatson jumped on.
Hey, all right.
Say hello and thank you. So that's just a few of them. Don't forget to continue to add some comments and let us know what you want to see or hear.
Yeah, if you missed a little early in the show, we did Cam's giveaway. This is where our assistant athletic director, Cam Burns, does a weekly giveaway. We had a Maggie Duba filling in and doing a prize. So if you want to go back and watch the video, you can. But yeah, you just have to comment. Did you want to win Cam's giveaway? Go Falcons, whatever you want to comment. And we're going to randomly select someone to win that prize. Again, don't forget, we are on podcasting. We're doing podcasting, Spotify, Spreaker, as well as Apple Podcasts. We would love for you to join. Not only this show is being podcasted, but we're actually in our podcast studio right now, and we'll be doing more podcasting as the school year continues and into next year. One of the things we added a new segment recently, which was a big payoff yesterday because of the weather situation, is a weather segment. And you're liking this, right?
I'm loving it. Yeah.
So is our weather person. So let's get to the weather forecast presented by Rainey Renee.
Hi, for West Catholic Live, I'm Rainey Renee. As you can see, we're still at school, and we should see some more snow today. And temperatures below 0, so wear your coats. Friday will be partly cloudy with a high of 16 and a low of 1 degree. And over the weekend, we will see some mid-20s in temperature and maybe some snow. For West Catholic Live, I'm Rainey Renee. See you next week.
I love Mr. Fischer that she is geared up. She's, I'll do it again next week if you want.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got to get her like a hat, like a rain hat or something too, maybe.
Get her some gear.
Costume up. Yeah. Well, we'll get a West Catholic bucket hat maybe. How about that? She can show one of those off, and maybe we can consider giving one of those away.
That'll be part of the giveaway. Well, thanks again for tuning in, everyone. Anything else you want to add? Because we're wrapping up here.
We already done it.
Yeah,
It goes by so fast, right?
Well, when you show up 5 minutes late.
Yeah, I apologize once again.
I didn't mean that, boss.
No, it's okay. No worries. I love all of you, but I have teachers that I needed to work with first. So forgive my tardiness. I'll try to be more timely and more prepared. But no, again, thank you to the whole community for continuing to support West Catholic, especially during this Catholic Schools Week. We really appreciate everything you do for us and partnering with you to, raise the next generation, I guess, of students. So
tomorrow, donuts. That's right. I'm going to be at Sandy's at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow.
Right.
Picking up 45 dozen donuts.
Oh, man. And we got a small army taking those around.
Yeah, we have a small army of volunteers, thanks to our marketing committee and a few others. We're going to be taking those donuts to very worthy staff members from other schools, right?
And they deserve it. Far more than far more, but we're offering donuts for tomorrow.
And I'm getting a donut for myself.
Or two.
Yeah, a dozen or two.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week here on West Catholic Live.
Take care.